Hey there guys, so I want to do a very quick, ever so quick post-fight review for this Josh Taylor Ryan Martin card which took place just a few minutes ago here in Glasgow, Scotland. Now, I don't know how good this video is going to be. I don't really know if I'm going to have time to edit it because I have to go real quick. That was a really good card. I watched the whole card that was on the World Boxing Super Series stream. That was fantastic, it really was, and I want to briefly talk about some of the fights. So I want to talk first about the Zach Parker Darrell Williams fight. Now, Zach Parker defeats Darrell Williams on a controversial split decision. Now, I must say that I wasn't scoring the fight. It was one of them fights that I was just kind of relaxing and watching and just enjoying it because it was a really entertaining fight. I enjoyed it from start to finish. Now, Darrell Williams, I've seen him several times before. I remember that all-out war he had with that other guy that I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Smile. I remember seeing that fight. Fantastic fight. Really tough, strong, rugged dude. He kind of reminds me of Carlos Takam. You know, he has that real big muscular frame, that Mike Tyson, bob and weave style. And I was really impressed by his performance. But Zach Parker, man, after blowing out his left shoulder in the second round, he fought 10 rounds with an injured shoulder, so he was basically one-handed, and he managed to get the win. So I was really impressed by that. I didn't score the fight. The crowd booed the decision. They seemed to think that Darrell Williams had won the fight, but I wasn't really bothered. I'll probably need to watch it again. But yeah, big up both guys, man. That was a really fun fight. And the co-main event, it sucks for Ryan Burnett, man. I mean, that was shaping up to be a really good fight. You know, Ryan Burnett had a really good first round, and he also had some success in the second round. However, one thing that was evident to me as early as the start of the third round was that, in my opinion, Nonito Donaire was starting to come on in the fight, and I actually thought that Nonito Donaire, with his body work, with his size, with his experience, was starting to get to Ryan Burnett and was starting to break him down, because after the third round, I think there were a couple of moments, there were two moments in particular in the third round where Donaire trapped him on the ropes, landed some real good right hands to the body and some solid straight right hands to the head, and Ryan Burnett looked shook. He has never been hit that hard in his life, and I think that the power of Nonito Donaire worried him, to be honest, and it worried Adam Booth, because after the first round, Adam Booth was saying to Burnett in the corner, he was saying, "Oh, you've got this guy, this is easy, he's too slow." And then I think after the second and third round, Adam Booth was pretty much shitting himself, and he realised it was going to be a really tough fight. Then in the fourth round, which was shaping up to be a competitive round, but I thought that Donaire, although it was competitive, Donaire just being the bigger guy and the more experienced guy, he was starting to get to Ryan Burnett and starting to break him down. And Ryan Burnett, to me, you know, that back injury, it was sort of when he was throwing a right hand, and I think Donaire sort of made him miss the right hand, and he just blew his back out. Now, I've suffered a back injury myself. I remember when I was working on a scaffold site as a labourer years ago, and I had a similar sort of injury. I was like shoveling snow, and I suffered a similar injury, and I just collapsed. It was like the right side of my back, and that's what it reminded me of, and that's what happened to Ryan Burnett. And he managed to get to the end of the round, and Adam Booth just said to him, "Look, there's no point putting your back through any more strain, okay, because back injuries can ruin an athlete's career." So they did the right thing, pulling him out. Nonito Donaire showed that he was a class act in the end, you know, going and consoling him and all that. But Nonito Donaire moves on to face Zolani Tete, which is going to be an amazing fight. I can't wait for that one, man. It's going to be a real great matchup. And then, of course, in the light welterweight division, my boy Josh Taylor, man, got the job done. Absolutely schooled and destroyed Ryan Martin every second of every round. I mean, Josh Taylor, I've been telling you guys for years, ever since Josh Taylor fought Dave Ryan, I've been telling you guys, this guy's the best fighter in the UK. Okay, people keep telling me that I'm crazy and that, you know, he's overrated, but this guy ain't overrated. This guy is the best fighter in the UK. And I mean, from the very opening bell of the first round, he got to work. He was working the body. He was moving around. You know, he looked like Lomachenko in there, man. He was circling around Ryan Martin, who's a very basic, come forward, you know, hands held high, conventional style. And he was just moving around him, peppering him with the jab, throwing body shots. And Ryan Martin looked shook to me. He had no idea what to do. He was mesmerised. He looked like Nicholas Walters, mesmerised in there. It reminded me of Nicholas Walters against Lomachenko. And yeah, he just took him out. Ryan Martin got caught with a shot that kind of caught him on the side of the head. And I think he was looking for a break, so he turned to the referee. He was kind of knocked off balance, and Josh Taylor ain't playing that shit. He just went straight for him, knocked him into the ropes, started landing some uppercuts to the body, and the referee Victor Loughlin waved it off. He knew that Ryan Martin wanted out of there. But credit to Ryan Martin, this was a big step up in class for him. So, yeah, what else can I say, man? Josh Taylor goes on to fight the Belarusian Ivan Baranchik, and I liked in the post-fight interview, he says, we're bringing it to Glasgow. I really hope so, man. I really hope that they bring that fight to Glasgow so I can go to it, man. But yeah, Josh Taylor, you can see why he's the favourite, or one of the favourites to win this tournament. In my opinion, he is the best boxer in the UK, just in terms of talent and skills. And I can't wait to see him fight again. So yeah, great card. Well done, Zach Parker. Well done, Nanita Donaire. Well done, Josh Taylor, of course, and well done to Paul Butler. He had a great win too against that French dude. I thought that was the best I've seen Paul Butler. He's a fighter who I've never really rated. Paul Butler, I've always found him, even since I first heard about him when he first turned pro, because I had a mate who knows Paul Butler, or he knows Paul Butler's dad and whatnot. And I heard about him when he was first turning pro, and when I first seen him, I wasn't that impressed, but that was probably the best I've seen him look. He looked really sharp. Really. He does the basics well, Paul Butler. But in that fight, he was in real good shape, had a real good jab, and he won every single round against a credible opponent. So great card. I really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it, guys. And yeah, big up Josh Taylor, man. He's coming for this tournament, man. He's the man to beat in this tournament, man. Ivan Baranchik, man. Taylor's coming for you. So let me know what you guys think, man. And God bless. Thanks for watching.